Welcome to the channel. Here's a new year. I decided to start working on this project. So first up, just wanted to kind of create this pilot episode, just kind of introducing myself, providing a little bit of context, what this new channel is going to look like for me. It's mainly going to be a Marvel Snap channel. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about myself. And yeah, let's get it going. So my gamer tag goes by SinisterShank, and this is gonna be the pilot episode where I'll be introducing myself a bit. I've been playing Marvel Snap since the end of the first year, which was in 2022. I believe the game came out in October, I want to say, but it didn't start right away. I remember the beta launching earlier in the year, and a bunch of my friends joining the beta and raving about how good the game was. But I just did not play during that stage of the game because I didn't think it was for me. I do not come from the card game space. I come from fighting video games. I've always been playing games like Street Fighter and Tekken and Mortal Kombat, and that was primarily what I enjoyed for many years. I've been playing for a long time, since the late 90s, I would even say, as far as professionally. Well, maybe not professional is not the right word, but I would definitely attend tournaments. And throughout the last 20 years or so, I've been to plenty of fighting game tournaments like Evo, Combo Breaker, and a bunch of it's just way too many events here to start naming. But I never really got into trading card games. I remember friends playing Magic. I remember even checking out some of the Hearthstone streams. But it just didn't interest me. And I remember like really looking at Hearthstone at one point. And it just wasn't for me. I don't know, it just looked boring. Maybe I just never gave it a shot. Maybe I just never played and, actually tried it out. I just kind of didn't think it would be for me. And honestly, it was also because I was playing fighting game. That was really the main reason. I mainly focused on fighting games, and anytime that you're starting to learn a new game means that you're not playing the other game. And in fighting games, that's just very hard to do. You always have to kind of stick with your game and kind of play with that just to grow and evolve. So I always mainly just kind of played that. However, later on, after the pandemic, I just, kind of started to slow down as far as going to Evo, going to tournaments and things like that. And I actually started playing a little bit of a different game. There was a game called Rumbleverse, which is a battle royale style game, kind of like Fortnite. Unfortunately, the game is now dead. They killed it. And it was kind of heartbreaking because I really loved Rumbleverse. It was a very fun game. It was a great mixture. I felt like it was an innovative type of fighting game, so I really enjoyed it. So once that game kind of died, I was a little bit in limbo. I didn't really have another game that I kind of enjoyed. The fighting games that were coming out at that time just didn't really strike my interest. And I remember a lot of the fighting game people, they were trying out Marvel Snap. And I remember a lot of people on Twitter even talking about how great Marvel Snap was. And, I thought about trying it out during the beta, but I didn't sign up, and I just, didn't think I would get in. So I just didn't think about it. Fast forward to the launch of the game, and my brother actually hit me up and said, hey, you really have to check out Marvel Snap. It's really fun game. And I just was like, no, I don't want to play. And I just was averted. I just did not play. Because I just knew, I knew that coming from the fighting game community, the moment that I got into the game, it would just become obsessive and addictive. And that's kind of what happened. I refused to play the game. And then I visited my brother in the fall of 2022 in New England, where he was at for a few weeks. And I said, okay, fine, I'll download it. I'll try it out. So I downloaded it to my phone and I started to play it. And surely enough, what I knew was going to happen happened. I fell in love with the game. I became addicted to the game very quickly. I just could not put it down. And ever since I started to play in the end of 2022, I think it might have been like I think it was Thanksgiving, yeah, because I was visiting him for Thanksgiving weekend of 2022, and that's when I first started playing. But it was really like the very beginning of December of that year where I kind of, really got into the pool 3 and just, really decided, okay, yeah, this is a very fun game. Let me actually try it out. And I have not been able to put down this game ever since December of 2022. I have been playing now for 3 years. And at first, I wasn't buying the season pass or nothing like that. I was just a free-to-play player. And eventually I kind of realized, no, the season pass is actually a really good deal. So I started to buy the season pass for the most part to get the cards and all the rewards that came with it. And yeah, that's what I've been kind of doing ever since then. I have skipped a couple of seasons. Like I remember February of the following year, I think, when the whole discard, I just didn't think I was gonna like it. I think Proxima Midnight was that season, and I kind of didn't get the season pass, but I did for March. And then there's been a couple of seasons that I've just kind of skipped out, but for the most part I've gotten most of the cards. But then maybe about 6 months ago, the game kind of started ramping up and having a massive amount of cards that started coming. All the Series 4 cards started to drop, and now we're at a point where we get a bunch of cards. But so I don't have all the cards. I am not Series Complete, but I am Series 3 and 4, I think. Maybe I'm missing a couple of cards in Series 4, but for the most part I have most of the cards, I would say. And yeah, I really enjoy this game. I have a friend who's been telling me to, hey, put up a channel. You always have these great decks, and you're always helping us out in the WhatsApp chat and whatnot. So I decided, all right, let me do that. Let me try this out for this new year. So here I am. As far as the goals for the channel, I kind of wanted to try to do some gameplay stuff. Maybe I'll get into a different kind of content creation later down the road. Maybe I'll go into, I see a lot of content creators, they do best decks and things like that. So I might go into that. I'm not sure yet. For now, I just kind of have fun with the game. I just, keep on playing it. It's not a perfect game. There's been a lot of issues. I'm sure that plenty of people have talked about this before, and all the shortcomings with Second Dinner and all of the issues. And I do have some opinions and some thoughts about that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into that very much in this video. Maybe down the road in the future. I do have some ideas of how the game could improve. I do have some ideas as far as what things could be done differently. But like I said, maybe that's something that we'll get into down the road. This is just kind of an introductory video. Just wanted to have some gameplay in the background. This deck right here that I'm currently playing, I just got Man Spider not that long ago, and I've just been trying out the whole merge archetype and just trying to figure out how it works. And that's kind of what you've been seeing throughout this video here, trying to experiment with that archetype, and it's fun. But it's kind of a one-trick pony, and I feel like with Shadow King being so prominent in the meta these days, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, but it's still really good. I do think it's a good archetype, and it still pops off, and you can get some big wins there. So maybe for the next video, I'll probably go into this other archetype that I just really got, which is the zombie archetype, and I actually really love it. So I'll probably do that next. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick pilot video, and that's kind of what this is. Go ahead and like and subscribe so that way you're notified when the next video launches. But this is it for now. Yeah, so hopefully you guys will be around for the next videos, and thank you once again for joining. Take care, guys.